Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. Love you so much, Rickey. You know I pray for you and thank God for you. And everywhere I go, I run into folk talking about Rickey Smiley. Lord have mercy. I praise God for you, Rickey, and for all that you do. Listen, today's song is what? Shift in the Atmosphere by Jason Nelson. It's very powerful when you think about it because he's saying that when we are with worship, there is a shift in the atmosphere, and he talks about the various things that literally change because of the power of worship. Listen, praise break not only blesses the name of God, but praise break can bless you because when you praise, when you worship, there's a shift in the atmosphere. I'll see if I can help you right quick. The atmosphere, sometimes it shifts my attitude. Listen, have you ever been at worship and you really didn't feel like being there? You didn't feel like getting your praise on, but somehow the music spoke to your spirit. Somehow the prayers blessed you, and before you know it, the word was all in your Kool-Aid, knowing the flavor, and the next thing you know, there's a shift in your spirit. There's an alteration of your attitude. Why? Because in a real sense, when you worship, there is a shift in the atmosphere. And listen, the atmosphere, it begins with your attitude, because when your attitude gets right, it's hard for wrong to stay with you. When your attitude is lifted, it's hard to stay down. When your attitude is healed, it's hard for brokenness to get the best of you. So there's a shift in the atmosphere because there's a change in your attitude. I love that, but also shift in the atmosphere says once my attitude is adjusted, then I've got the power to alter the atmosphere around me. I love that because, listen, my attitude has been adjusted, and now I am empowered to change the world around me because, to quote Martin King, I'm no longer a thermometer that simply registers the temperature. I'm a thermostat that's regulating the temperature. I'm no longer a thermometer that is changed by the atmosphere. I'm a thermostat. I'm changing the atmosphere. And God knows, Rickey, we need that in this wicked, wrecked world in which we live in, where so much that is going on is wrong. We have so much pain in Palestine, hell in Haiti. We have so much hell in the Congo and suffering in the Sudan. We have hell right here in the streets of this country. And so, y'all, we need a shift in the atmosphere, but it begins with our attitude. And once our attitude is adjusted, we become the thermostats that change the atmosphere.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
14 minutes after the hour, y'all, front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. The front page is brought to you by Febreze. Febreze Air Mist instantly transforms the air in any room with a boost of freshness you'll love, so you can always feel confident your home smells fresh and clean. Febreze Air Mist. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. President Joe Biden said Wednesday that American bombs have been used to kill civilians in Gaza and doubled down on his administration's plan to withhold weapons that Israel could use as part of a major invasion of Rafah. More than 1 million Palestinians have sought refuge in the city of southern Gaza. ABC News reports that at least 30 people have been killed in Rafah since Tuesday, including women and children. In other news, a northern Idaho prosecutor won't bring hate crime charges against an 18-year-old accused of shouting a racist slur at members of the Utah's women's basketball team during the NCAA tournament. The deputy attorney for the city made the announcement on Monday, writing that though the use of the slur was detestable and incredibly offensive, there wasn't evidence suggesting that the man was threatening physical harm to the women or to their property. That means his conduct is protected by the First Amendment. Lastly, more than a third of Americans, about 38%, have never felt more uninspired at work than they do now. A survey polled 2,000 employed Americans and found that this lack of inspiration is directly impacting productivity. I'm Maria Moore, and those are a few of the stories we're following this morning. For more news and updates, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What's up, Maria? How about them New York Knicks? They battled through injury last night to beat the Indiana Pacers and take a 2-0 lead in the series, man. I'm rooting for them Knicks out there doing their thing. Denver Nuggets superstar Nikola Jokic wins the NBA MVP. Third time in 4 seasons he's done this. He's the first center to accomplish this since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The internet was lit yesterday when former NBA star Gilbert Arenas calls out Minnesota Timberwolves' Rudy Gobert for missing a playoff game to be there for the birth of his child. And women are lighting Arenas up on the internet for saying this.
I mean, missing this game for that baby. I see you.
It's the baby, bro. It's going to be there when you get back. We hope.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah. No, I'm just saying. The baby going to be
okay, but unnecessary.
The baby going to, it don't know. Whatever you about to think you about to do with the baby, he going to be asleep.
What an idiot. Oh, my gosh.
Women
really?
tore him up, boy.
Oh, my gosh.
They should have. I'm glad.
He said, don't worry about your baby being born. He going to be asleep. He ain't going to see you and know you there anyway.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
That's dirty, Rick.
Well, he ain't lying.
Ricky,
no, you don't want to miss that. No, sir.
Damn them babies. Baby don't do nothing but just lay down, cry and poop on the stuff. Who wants to go see that?
You got a game too. You got an NBA championship you trying to win, dog.
Yeah, we got to win that to make the money to take care of the baby. Yeah, what is wrong with y'all?
Bring it to Tad. I know you, man. What's going on?
You try that if you want.
Yeah, you know I'm over here boiling hot. I'm thinking about my little baby. Like, you crazy.
He'll be there. Hey, I bet he'll be there when you get off.
All y'all crazy. You definitely don't want to miss those first moments, especially if the
that
child
wife might not be there, though.
Born.
How about that?
Right.
You ain't thinking about them first moment when you get 15 and smoking weed in your house.
Brad, you got a so deaf show to do. You'll be all right. Truth be all right.
Did you say truth?
I said true.
No. Coming up next, y'all, in the hot spot, a man was shot at Drake's house, and now another man got arrested for trying to break in. Oh, my goodness. Up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, we starting the morning show 8:29 before the top of the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. A person was detained after allegedly attempting to break into Drake's mansion in Toronto one day after a security guard was shot while outside of his house. Now, the person allegedly tried to break into his house Wednesday and was apprehended and detained by the police. The police did not disclose this individual's identity because the person was apprehended under Ontario Mental Health Act, meaning that the incident is not being treated as a criminal matter. Now, under the act, authorities may take a person in custody to a physician for examination if officers are in the belief that this person is apparently suffering a mental disorder that could result in serious bodily harm. I mean, that makes it easy to break in somebody's house. Just act crazy.
I'm crazy.
I'm crazy. They want to eat my fingers. Like, just say something crazy. Like, oh, wow. Well, so it's crazy this stuff keeps happening to, like, Drake. Somebody was shot in front of his house.
Yeah.
Now somebody tried to break in. It's just like, oh, my goodness, maybe he needs to move.
Well, I wonder if that person was black, though. That's the question.
You got to get the right kind of stuff around your house to keep folks from coming in there. I'm telling you.
Talking about, like, the dogs and stuff, huh?
No, you got to go beyond dogs. I'm going to talk about it in a few minutes.
Okay, all right. All right, moving on. In 2021, Travis Scott's Astro World Festival went horribly wrong when a crowd surge left 10 people dead and hundreds injured. The rapper and the promoter Live Nation were facing 10 lawsuits, and according to reports, all lawsuits have been settled aside from one. So, they spent a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Terms of the settlements were confidential, and attorneys declined to comment after the court hearings. The lawsuit that remains pending, though, was filed by a family of the 9-year-old, the youngest person that was killed during the concert. So sad. Attorneys in the litigation are set to meet next week to discuss when the lawsuit filed by the family could be set for trial. So, I guess I know they paid a lot of money. They settled 9 of the 10 lawsuits. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Yeah. All right, last but not least, what was I going to say? Tom Brady, y'all. Tom Brady apologized to his ex-wife, Gisele Bündchen, after this Netflix roast. A source said Gisele and Tom had no disparaging remarks rule when it came to speaking about each other on their marriage and divorce. She's definitely offended and upset about the comments made in the roast.
But he didn't say nothing bad about her. Other people, the comedians and everybody said was clowning her. And
how can he control that,
He
though?
can't control that. And
Did they have to sign something before they...
No, it was a roast. She was married.
Was a roast.
She was married to a very famous person, and that's part of what you sign up for when you're married to a very famous person.
Well, it says Gisele was aware that it comes with the territory, but didn't think it was going to be that many remarks made about her, and especially about her new relationship with the jiu-jitsu instructor, Joaquin Valente.
She shouldn't have cheated with the jiu-jitsu instructor.
Well, he shouldn't have chose football over his family.
Well, she was saying that, you know, he could have told all the hosts and all the comedians that she's off limits, pretty much. Anything goes.
Just like he did for the owner of the New England. No. If you're gonna do it for that old man, do it for the mother of your children.
He didn't owe that to her. That would have been a courtesy. He didn't owe it to her.
Well, he could have extended the same courtesy.
Okay, but he didn't.
But while all this going on, Genuine then put a perm and dyed his beard and on RS coming to somebody say he look like a Yorkie.
I can't go. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. We got your wake-up calls coming up. Hit us up at 8669-RICKY. That's 8669-RICKEY. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. 10 before the top of the hour. Special K got news you can't use. What's up, K?
Hey, what's happening? We've been talking about this folks' house getting broke in. And it's not just celebrity people that's getting their house broke in. There's regular people, too, out here. And I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. And this is coming from me, Special K. Does not reflect the thoughts, feelings, or emotions of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or the company that puts us on the air. Y'all know who breaking in your house. Y'all know who it is. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it a buck.
Inside job.
It's not. It's not Chad and Cody. Let's just keep it 100. Y'all know who breaking in your damn house. They pulling up in a Dodge Charger.
And I saw in the news when they broke in the strip club too. Took $250,000.
Yeah.
In the Onyx.
I think that was 3. I think that was 3 strippers who pulled that one off.
You think?
Yeah, the way they knew where to cut that hole at, and then they slid down one of them poles. Come on now. They slid down that damn pole. They ain't just cut that. They cut that hole right above where the pole stuck up in the ceiling. It slid down that pole and went back in that office and did what they had to do. I'm not mad at them.
It was a snack pack.
I am not mad at them. They still had on their stripper outfits when they went in there.
All that money got... They'll find out because all the money got glitter on it.
Oh, yeah. Glitter and baby oil. Somebody going to be up in the Gucci store with all that glittery, oily, smelling money.
You going to tell us about the animals, Special K?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to get to it. So you got to buy different animals, man, to deal with these folks because people ain't scared of dogs no more. Let's keep it 100. People ain't scared of dogs no more. You got to have animals that kind of throw people off. And normal people, if you see these animals, you going to stay back. You need to get you about 6 squirrels. And they are free. Squirrels are free. You don't even have to pay for squirrels. You just go in the park and catch about 6 squirrels and let them run. Now, if you ain't never seen a squirrel in a house, that squirrel is running crazy. Get you about 6 grown squirrels. You can also
remind me one day to tell you the story about how me and my kids got terrorized. A squirrel got in our damn house, and our whole house was tore up.
I've been through that same situation. I know what you're talking about. You can also get you 2 roosters. Get you a rooster. Now, if you grew up on a farm or around a farm, Rock T, you might know about this. A rooster is bigger than you think it is.
Man, and they ain't afraid of you.
And they ain't afraid. They got that big red thing hanging off the bottom of their neck. You go in somebody's house, you see a damn rooster, you gonna turn around and get your ass up out of there.
The only thing to get scared of rooster is a golf club.
You can get you a goat. Now, a goat, because you don't know whether they're gonna butt you, bite you, spit on you. You don't know what they're gonna do. And they got red eyes. So when you go in there, you see them red eyes, you getting the hell on. You are not playing around with that goat. You can also get you, hey, Rock T, another free animal you can get. You can get 4 or 5 armadillos. You always see them dead on the side of the road. Get you 4 or 5 armadillos.
Them armadillos look like your one uncle fingernails.
And finally, if you want to really shut it down, call the Dallas Zoo and see if they'll sell you one of them really small elephants. It's a
If he's not the world's worst stutterer, then 27-year-old Eric May comes close. Every new syllable could set off a stuttering spasm.
Negative part. In my experience, he's one of the most severe stutterers I have ever seen. And I've been in stuttering for 20 years. So let me ask you a few questions, okay? You said you wanted to be a professional basketball player. What teams have you played for, Eric?
Well, my first year, I played in...
Eric is now stuck on the letter M.
Played in...
He desperately tries to break the cycle.
I have played in... My first year, I played in...
This is now Eric's 4th attempt.
I can't get it out right now.
It's the narrator.
Brett.
What?
He's laughing at the narrator, just for the record.
The letter M.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, do not miss Gary's live tea party at my birthday beach blowout August the 9th through the 11th. And this year we have moved it to Hollywood Beach, Florida. Ooh. So make sure y'all book your room. The rooms are going out, man. Everybody's talking about it and booking the rooms. Y'all need to, these rooms are going fast. Go to RickySmileyBBB.com. That's RickySmileyBBB.com. Gary, before you do the tea, just real quick, tell them about your live tea party and how it sell out every year.
Oh, yes, honey. And, we were talking about it just a few minutes ago. Surprised you mentioned it. Now, last year, even some of our colleagues, my coworkers, couldn't even get into the party because they didn't have a ticket and the party was packed, honey. So, honey, the person laughed, honey, who couldn't get in.
That was me. I couldn't get into his tea and I work here.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's serious.
Yeah,
it's serious.
Get your tickets, baby. It's going to be a blast. So, y'all definitely get your tickets right now because we're going to be pouring some hot tea and there's going to be crumpets. And please be sure men and women wear your fascinators. Or men wear hats, I guess. They don't wear fascinators. Well, women wear your fascinators. And get your tickets now. But anyway, Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you, honey. It's Thursday. A beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The prayer warriors are definitely being solicited, y'all, for Miss Shaunie O'Neal Henderson, y'all. That's the beautiful ex-wife of Shaquille O'Neal. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Shaunie is definitely, honey, dishing the dirt on her that troubled marriage that she had when she was married to Mr. Shaq. Now, they're saying, honey, Shaunie, and this is the sad part that bothered me to Ricky, they're saying that she only received, y'all, more than $20 million, honey, in that divorce settlement and child support when she was married to Shaq. Now, they said, but now, honey, she says that the killing part, people couldn't believe it, but I do. She said she never loved Shaq. Oh. Now, Chef Sean is the creator of VH1's reality series Basketball Wife, and she explained, y'all, what went wrong in their marriage, which played out, y'all, during O'Neal's star-studded Lakers days. Now, she said in her new book, Undefeated, Changing the Rules and Winning on My Own Terms, and that's out, y'all. That was out yesterday, this week, at least the 7th. Shaunie and Shaq, y'all, they lived in a beautiful, massive mansion, y'all, mansions with luxury cars and enjoyed lavish Christmases at the Beverly Hills Hilton Hotel. Now, she said, looking back, she said, I don't know that I was ever really in love with that man. She said, but I was in love with the idea of being married to the man I had a family with. That's what she wrote. She said, I was in love with the idea of building a life together. I truly did enjoy spending time with him on those road trips, and it gave me a chance, y'all, to be with my husband and experience the NBA life, y'all, for a little while. Now, she also explained in the book, y'all, that introduced that O'Neal tried to be the best husband and father that he could to her and their children while navigating fame and receiving a lot of attention from women. She said, quote, he was trying to be a world-famous 30-something multi-millionaire with thousands of women throwing themselves at him and people in general begging her just to be in his presence while being a husband and a father at the same time. She said, how could anyone possibly know how to do that? Unquote. Yeah. And, you know, it's interesting, though, Ricky. I mean, I sometimes wonder what the pastor think, you know, that this book is out now, even though they're married, and I'm sure they're definitely happily married and whatever. But it looks like you feel a certain kind of way, you know, you're talking about your ex-husband and stuff like that.
It's her truth, you know.
And it is.
But yeah, before she met him, you know, she had a life prior to meeting him. And everything that happened, you know. People want to have... write a book and have a legacy and talk about things that they went through in order to help other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As they go through the same thing. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't think Pastor Keon would have an issue with that.
Yeah. Well, she also said, too, one of the reasons why she left, because she said Shaq wasn't home morning, noon, and night. She said, and where were you? She said, where were you? I mean, at those different times, you know, because she said, allegedly, they said he had Huh?
Where were you emotionally?
Yeah, exactly. But they said, too, in the book, it was saying that he may have had a little house in Miami, a little playhouse and stuff, and that's where he would go, and she would just be at home with the kids, raising the kids and stuff and what have you, know. But Shaq is speaking out, you know, he's saying that he really loved her. He said it was only 2 women that he ever loved, and that was Shaunie, and I don't know if she was his ex-wife, Arjanette or whatever, because she has a daughter. They have a daughter together, and he said that he spoke about her and stuff or whatever. But it's amazing how y'all men think about all this here when it's a little bit too late.
But most men, you're going to go through life, you only going to really probably love maybe 2 women. You're going to deal with a lot of them, but you're only going to really, really love maybe 2.
And you got to remember, Gary, that part of his life, he was in his 20s.
I don't care. It don't matter how old he was. He was rich. He should have known how to navigate money. You making money like a 50-year-old.
In your 20s, Gary, most men don't know how to handle all that in their 20s.
Well, they need to talk to their mom and dad and let them sit them down and tell them, this is what you need to do. You got this kind of money and stuff, honey. You need to govern yourself accordingly.
Gary, that's not how it works.
Still figuring out life in the 20s, dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe if he gets another chance at love, he'll do the right thing. Hopefully.
Yeah, because he ain't got no more. I mean, he was with Hoops and he was with a couple other women, and it didn't last. They go to show that he really thought about Shaunie and really loved her, but she had to move on with her life. He
was with who?
Hoops.
Who was on Flavor of Love?
Hoops.
Who?
Like God. Hoops.
Hoops.
Ricky. But anyway, so it's just a touching story though. But I'm glad, and I think now they're friends. You know, they their kids are grown now. And they kind of co-parent or whatever. But it's good that, you know, she putting it out in the book and let the world know. I like Shaunie as a person. I think she's a very professional woman, honey.
Yes.
And I like her style, honey.
Classy.
Very classy, honey. So I like her. So, you know, kudos out to them and stuff. And, you know, more men need to think about that, you know, when they start, you know, making all this money and then having a family and want to rip and run, honey, and carry on. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Veritas. On the high end, you say Veritas, and on the low end, you say Mossy Green. That's your color for today.
That's a beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, time for the wake-up call. 8669-RICKY. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. They woke you up this morning, slid you in your house. You start with be better. Wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know you call it from, so come on and tell her and just wake it up.
My name is Alexia, and I'm calling from Greenville, South Carolina. And I want to give a shout out to Megan Enaminate. She's one of the best nurses I ever met. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hello, I'm calling from Dallas, Texas, and I want to give a shout out to myself, Carly. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hi, this is KO calling from Charlotte, North Carolina. Want to shout out my sister, V. Cherie. She's one of the best nurses I know. Thank you for serving our community. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Val Matt in Baltimore, shouting out Latoya Matt, the best nurse in the world. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
On your radio, gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Let them know Kansas City, wake up, wake up. Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
appreciate that, Brent. The segment is being brought to you by.
Brought to you by Bounty, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent than the leading ordinary brand.
Unfiltered.
Unapologetic.
It's just real talk.
Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is 29 before the top of the hour. We want to say something real briefly to everybody that's graduating college, high school. We just want to tell everybody, first of all, congratulations. First of all, congratulations to your parents. That everybody that has worked hard to put you in a position where you could graduate. Some of y'all probably had to struggle to make it through high school and through college, and didn't know where your next dime was coming from, and you had to buckle down and do work dealing with sadness, grief, depression, anxiety, and everything that comes with being a college student, and now you have made it to the level of you're getting ready to graduate and walk across that stage. So now the world is right in front of you. Take advantage of every opportunity. First of all, let me say, if you listen to this show, if you listen to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, you already headed in the right direction, because on this show you getting information and you already surrounding yourself and putting positive things, positive comedy, positive stuff, and a lot of information that we give out on this morning show into your system. And I'm going to tell you something. I ran into some young people yesterday. I saw a lot of successful young people yesterday hanging around some OGs that was OGs when I was young. And my message this morning is to always surround yourself with people that's either already in the direction where you're trying to go or headed in the right direction. Every time I think about that movie ATL with T.I. and all them, I always think about that young man that worked on the golf course. That was me. That was me when I was in high school and college, just trying to be around the OGs to try to see how did they get in the position that they are in. And the only way you're going to get in the position like some of the OGs are being around where you can develop how to act by watching them, how to handle yourself around other successful people, because whoever you hang around, that stuff is going to get on you. If you take a bath and sit in a garbage can, you are going to stink. But if you wash up and hang out behind a perfume or cologne counter, you're going to smell like the product which you surround yourself in. I'm just using that analogy. Surround yourself with good people. They're going to say you bougie. They're going to say you think you better than everybody else, or who do you think he is, or whatever. Let people say that, because look at where they are and look at the caliber of the people that say things like that. Surround yourself with positive people. I even hope people that's already successful get a message out of this. And if you want to go to a whole nother level, surround yourself with positive people, and you will develop their behavior characteristics, and you will get so much information. And sometimes positive people can point you in the right direction. So I want to tell everybody, congratulations. Go out here and make it happen. I don't care what they do. I don't care how they act. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to do what they do. And I want to tell y'all something. Everybody young, just because you can don't mean that you should. Let's think about before we do things and before you start getting consequences for certain actions. Yes, you have the right to wear a bonnet through the airport. Yes, you have a right to sag your pants. Yes, you have a right to curse around other adults, because now you're an adult, other successful adults that can point you in the right direction. But the question becomes, should you? And learning how to use some discretion, learning how to chill, learning how to stop talking so much and listen. Because one thing about an OG, they love young people that listen. Young people that talk too much or whatever, you're not getting information because you're spending so much time talking. Talk to your therapist. But when OG's talking to you, people trying to put you on game and put information into your system, learn to be quiet and listen. I had a mentor told me one day, he said, hey, man, you need to be quiet and just listen. He said, just listen. Even if you don't agree, just listen. And that one OG pointed me in the right direction, which I had a lot of success from. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to your parents. God bless you. May God keep you is our prayer. And congratulations. And get ready because, man, go out here and make some things happen and change the world. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Black Tony in the building. Hey, Black Tony.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How does someone, help me understand, me and Rock T was just talking about this. How does someone call in at the same time every morning so apparently you're not coming to work, right?
Shout out, I don't respect with y'all. I can't be somewhere where I feel like we doing we're not doing a community service to the community.
What you mean, bro? We've been here laughing and having a good time.
Bro. I'm standing on business right now, and what's really happening, what we not talking about, and what the reason I'm not there for, is because ain't nobody talking about what really happened to Tupac, Shaunie.
What?
When the last time we did a show on what really happened to Tupac, Shaunie? You know that man's still alive, Shaunie. But we don't never talk about that. Why we can't talk? Who you scared of, Shaunie?
I ain't scared of nothing. I didn't know Tupac was still alive.
A lot of people saying that, Black Tony.
I think I did see him in Havana.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But we ain't talking about. We talking about all this other stuff. You talking about karaoke, Mid-Giant, all this other stuff. But we ain't talking about what really happened to Tupac. When we gonna do a show about that? When we gonna?
How about we do that when you come to work?
Y'all, I'm just saying, y'all think it's a game, and left eye. I think I think they together.
So Black Tony.
Yeah.
If you come to work, we'll talk about it.
For the whole show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk about for the whole show from the beginning to the end. We got to get to the bottom of this because the Screech is talking about it. Y'all ain't now out here in these streets, but the Screech is talking. The Screech it's fire hot. It's 38 hot out here.
What's your favorite Tupac song?
The one with him and My Prerogative.
Take off, dog. You done lost your mind. Go and take off, dog.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
That's DMX, dog.
No, that's not.
That's who?
That's DMX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not
doing the butt.
EU.
Sexy. Ain't nothing wrong when you want to do the butt. That's my favorite Tupac song right there. I love Tupac.
Bruh.
And that one he did when he was with the one he did with R. Kelly.
He never did no song with R. Kelly, I don't think.
Look, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why we can't get to the bottom of it, because you trying to deny what's really going on.
Yeah, you denying what songs Tupac really made. Know what you doing?
I hit you back, Shawty, because you ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this conversation right here.
You ain't ready for no Tupac song. He's sitting up there talking about he's singing My Prerogative.
Shawty,
Tupac was a rapper. He didn't even sing. That was Bobby Brown.
Them white folk done got to you, Shawty. I'm not even the white folk.
Shout out to my niece Dana Woodruff. Lady Woo. Shout out to my niece Dana Woodruff. Play it one more time. I just you go.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Gary has a tea in the Kahlua today. Listen, y'all know Gary's tea parties sell out every year at my birthday beach blowout, and this one is going to be August the 9th through the 11th. And this year, man, we have moved it to Hollywood Beach, Florida, at the swanky Diplomat Resort. So make sure you book your room now. Y'all need to go ahead, because you know how we like to wait till the last minute. Yeah. Right now, go ahead and go to RickySmileyBBB.com. RickySmileyBBB.com. Just go on there. You ain't got to book it today. Just go on there so you can see what's going to happen. It's going to change your life. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all, baby. A Vogue magazine director is livid, honey, with Miss Cardi B, baby. They say that director roasted Cardi B, honey, on X Twitter for forgetting y'all the name of the designer, honey, who spent 2 long damn months making her gown, honey, for the 2024 Met Gala. Now, they're saying that Vogue director Gilbert Chia, honey, criticized Cardi B for forgetting the name of her designer when a reporter asked her who made her dress. And she said, quote, "I feel amazing. This is an amazing designer. They're Asian and everything." So, yeah, that's what Miss Cardi B said. And people was upset. They said, first of all, the designer was not Asian. They was Chinese. And how did you forget the name of your designer? That is so tacky. I would never forget the name of the designer that's giving me a dress to wear, honey, to this type of event, honey.
Oh, giving you some clothes. Oh, yeah.
Giving. And, honey, and this girl forgot about it, honey. They said, honey, for the record and recognition and no thanks to Cardi B, they said the designer of her gown is Sin Lee, honey, who's Chinese. They said the gown took 2 months to make. And they said, I personally think it's boring and not even on theme, but she chose it, honey, and should have at least remembered his name and not that he's Asian. So, baby, they say
And
Miss
he
Cardi
gave
B
it to her. She didn't pay for it. He gave it to her.
Yeah, they don't pay for those dresses and stuff for the most part. They give them those dresses to wear so they could call the name out on the red carpet. So you give them recognition.
But just to be clear, like when someone's Asian, that covers Chinese, Indonesian, Filipino. So she was just making a blanket, this person is Asian.
Yeah, but he didn't like that. He said he's Chinese. They say he's Chinese. So, honey, that's like saying black and Negro. So isn't that different?
Well, it's like saying black and Jamaican. Man.
Yeah, well, so anyway, so there you go. So I feel so bad for him, honey. I know he won't get her nothing else again. She'll be wearing them dresses that she used to wear, honey, when she was living in the Bronx and didn't have no money. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Khloe Kardashian, a lot of people saying, honey, only a dumb basketball player. Now, she said, y'all, that she forced Tristan Thompson to take 3 DNA tests on it over the concerns of her son. She said because her son did not look like them. Her son looked like her brother. So she asked her brother if he donated, Rob Kardashian, did he donate any body fluid for that baby because the baby looks so much like him and not like her or Tristan. And honey, he took the test and, even though, and passed it or whatever. But that's amazing what a European woman or a woman of non-color could make a black man do. Now, he don't even take a test for his own children, but she made him take a test for the baby that they bought, and here it was wind up his baby.
So how did it work? Did they use her eggs?
Yeah,
and
they used her egg and his.
Okay, so they had.
Yes,
So,
a surrogate. She had a surrogate. And then what makes matters even worse, when the baby was being born, honey, the hospital called Khloe to come, witness the baby being born. She told people, honey, I'm finna go to Disney. She was on her way to Disney with her child, and she said she couldn't make it there. They said, girl, you got to come now because the baby's about to be born. It's amazing how these people could do some of the craziest things they do with money and get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. And then it's just a setting. And I feel so sorry for that child. Because when that child grow up, honey, he going to know that his mom and he want to come see him at the hospital because she was going to Disney with his sister.
I think she said she felt disconnected because she didn't carry the baby herself. So
yeah,
she wasn't sure how she would feel.
Well, she knew she was buying it, so she should have felt that, hey, this is your purchase.
That part.
So, but
that's
anyway.
why you do the T and I don't.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
And then my final story, y'all, this is a very sad thing. A lot of celebrities, y'all, are complaining, honey, and getting upset with Carnival Cruise. I don't know if y'all heard the shocking news, y'all, but it's been reported, y'all, that Carnival Cruise, honey, is now hiring sniffing dogs to go on the boat. Mm-hmm. They say because people have been carrying lots of illegal drugs, marijuana, and stuff like that, so they got to put dogs on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sad. Ricky, are you familiar with that story?
Yeah, I saw where they had sniffing dogs and they raiding cabins.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get because, Carnival Cruise Line is unofficially the Spirit Airlines of the sea.
Oh, okay.
It's the same reason you see fights at the Spirit Airlines counter in Detroit and Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, my.
Miami. Yeah. Wow. And you definitely going to see fights if it's a Spirit Airlines flight from Detroit to Fort Lauderdale to get on a Carnival Cruise. Chances are most of the people ain't gonna make it to that trip.
Oh my God!
Allegedly,
it's gonna be a whole lot of incidents. It's gonna be incidents going on.
That's sad.
They should make you have a passport. They should make you have a passport to go from Detroit to Fort Lauderdale. Ain't no TSA pre-checking that line. Everybody in that regular TSA line. Ain't nobody got clear.
That is sad, though. I mean,
well, the company is taking measures to keep everyone on the ship safe, and that's.
But Maria, when you can take a cruise for $67 to Freeport,
how many days?
It's an inclusive.
A 3-day cruise for $67.
Oh my!
You know it's gonna be some.
about to get us. You know what? Give us that color. Let's change the subject.
Because I've never floated on.
You ain't even going to Nassau. You going to Freeport.
Well, it said, well, we just glad that Carnival is doing what they need to do, honey, to make sure that people get to their destination safe, honey. All right, the color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors.
How do you get the dogs down there?
The dogs go down there on a mega bus. So you took a mega bus to the.
Oh my! The color of the day is burritos. On the high end, you say burritos, and on the low, you say beautiful muted mossy green. That's your color for the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the sniffing dogs got their own can.
And they're not even real drug dogs. They just regular dogs. They can't. They confused. They don't know what they supposed to do.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Happy Nurse Week. Listen, from the doctor's offices to the ICU, nurses are the heartbeat of the health system. Believe that. And they do it all selflessly to ensure our loved ones are healthy and cared for. We love our nurses. They deal with so much. They got to deal with y'all sitting in the damn in the hospital room asking all them questions with bad. I've heard hundreds and thousands of stories that nurses go through because they're with the patient more than the doctors. Believe that. So let's show some love and shine to all of our awesome nurses this morning. Let's go. Big round of applause for all of our nurses out there. Yes. Yes.
Hi, my name is Barbara James from New Waverly, Texas. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Lola McBride, that's a nurse with 40 years of experience. Happy Nurses Week.
Richmond, Virginia. I want to shout out all my fellow nurses in Richmond, Virginia. Happy Nurses Week.
Good morning to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. My name is Queenie, calling out of Baltimore. I want to shout out my sister Chrissy Poole, who's the LPN, and my daughter Desiree, who's a GMA, both working out of Baltimore.
This is Marquita McCall. I would like to shout out my sister, Erangela Lane, who's a nurse in Ocala, Florida.
My name is Michelle. I'm calling from Greenville, South Carolina. I want to shout out my nephew, Desmond Rogers. Happy Nurses Week.
This is Latricia calling from Indianapolis, and I'd like to shout out my nurses on the transplant unit at University Hospital.
Hi, my name is Rhea. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. I want to shout out my sister, Nurse Carrie. She just passed last night. I love you, baby.
Yes. Shout out to all of the amazing nurses. This is your week. Now, International Nurses Day is Sunday, May 12th, and Nurses Week is celebrated from May 6th through the 12th. And it was first observed back in October of 1954. We recognize and appreciate nurses' hard work and dedication. Nurses Week is a time to honor and appreciate nurses for all they do.
That's right, y'all. And joining us this morning, we have CeCe Walker from Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and Will Thomas, an ICU travel nurse in Montgomery, Alabama. Hey, good morning. Thank y'all for joining us.
Good morning.
Hey, happy to have y'all. First of all, thank y'all so much for all that you do. It's definitely not an easy job in this week. This week, what are good ways people can celebrate nurses this week?
I'll go first, and I'll just say it's the small gestures, just the thank yous, because it's really nothing, a gift that we can put on it because we chose the profession. So I think it's just the small gestures. I wouldn't put a gift on it or, a dollar amount of a gift. I would just say the small things matter, just making us feel like we're appreciated.
Well, you know what? Many people don't know what nurses go through, and nurses don't really get enough credit because, people don't know how hard the job is and how long the hours can be. What are some of the toughest issues you would say you deal with in your day-to-day routine?
I would say for me, if someone makes it to the ICU, I'm getting them at their most vulnerable state. So, of course, I would say dealing with the family, that's a lot. But, it's kind of understandable because it is their loved one. So I would say just getting the job done and communicating with the doctors to get everything done. But the hardest part is kind of dealing with the family and explaining to them that we are doing our best. But like I say, I do understand why they're worried and why they're so on edge at the moment.
Yeah, you know, there are so many things that go into being a nurse, not just providing medical care, but there's an emotional side as well. Can you all share a memorable moment or experience while at work that had a lasting impact on you?
So,
I say,
yeah, let her go.
I started at Children's right when COVID hit. I remember getting the word and getting the news, you know, COVID is here, cases are here, we're being slammed, and we were also dealing with the political side of it, you know, just that first week trying to survive through COVID and politics. I've been told that because of the color of my skin, you know, I don't want this nurse to assist me, get somebody else, you know, and it's just, I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I'll never forget that when COVID came out, I just could not imagine the stress and how scared you could have been not knowing about the disease of coronavirus. I felt so bad for all, and I'm telling you, I personally know nurses that was working around the clock and traveling to other states because it really put the health, you know, the healthcare system like on the line to the brink of, like, how did y'all get through that? I cannot imagine. I remember helping them raise money one time to just show some appreciation for nurses during the time, just where they can. I had somebody to cater, do some food and stuff for the nurses that was sleeping and spending the night at the hospital. And we also tried to do something nice for Dr. Collier and his family, because I personally saw Dr. Collier, his wife, and his kids at their office in Atlanta putting their freaking lives on the line to save other people's lives and working like 24 hours a day, spending the night up at his office. I saw it like how did you? I just don't understand how y'all get through that. I thank God for y'all.
I was just going to say it wasn't nothing but God, because I was one of the ones, and I have kids, so being separated, I have elderly parents. I was scared because COVID had just hit. We didn't know how to treat it, what to do. It was a learning process, not just for us nurses, but the doctors, physicians, pharmacists. You know, we were all working together to try to stand strong against COVID.
Right. Go ahead, Gary.
Oh, no, I just, I'm listening. You know, I was in school to be a nurse. I was going to school to be a nurse before I got in radio and TV. God. Yes, I would have made a great nurse, honey. Florence Nightingale was my the person that, you know, we always knew about Florence Nightingale because she was supposed to be the first nurse. But it was very interesting. But I have a lot of friends that's nurses, and I mean, and it's definitely it could be a hard job, but it's a rewarding job, because I think I would make a great nurse and do great bedside manner with my patients and stuff. So I send my kudos out to all the nurses and stuff that's out there.
Yeah,
I
remember being in the hospital. I remember when I got shot. I remember just being in the hospital. Maybe like, I think around right after Granddaddy died. I had to spend like 3 or 4 days in the hospital to have surgery. And boy, when I tell you, them nurses, this one particular nurse, I can't remember their names. I remember when I got shot, and how a nurse just really nurse you back to health. Getting you up out of bed, making sure you straight, making sure you take your medicine, asking you how you feel, making sure that you're comfortable, and nurse with good bedside manners, making sure that you had everything you need. Like, I have so much love, admiration, and respect for every single nurse that go out here and put their life on the line and work all of those long hours, making sure, like the dialysis nurses and all of the people that's out there in the medical field. We just really just wanted to shout y'all out this morning and thank y'all so much for joining us, and thank you for everything that you do. A lot of people are living, because once the doctors only make their rounds like in the mornings, right? But it's y'all, it's the nurses that really nurse you back to health. And, you know, and it's like you get attached to them and stuff. And because that's who you see most of the time and spend most of your time with and stuff. Coming in there in the middle of the night. Only thing I used to hate, boy, once you get to sleeping good, they come in there and wake your ass up and got to check your blood pressure.
Vital signs.
Yeah, check your vital signs. I'm talking about right. They don't come until you get to sleeping real good. but they just have such a good attitude about it. And how you feeling, Mr. Smiley? I just need to check your vital signs. You get you back to sleep. They be talking to you like that and just make you so comfortable. Make you actually want to be in the hospital sometimes.
Yeah.
I just go sit in the ER, man, just so I can go get me a room for a couple of days. And
You know,
just
it was
go
a
and
bumper
lounge out.
sticker. It was a bumper sticker that read, "Nurses call the shots."
Right. And Gary, what's the nurse name that was on General Hospital?
What's it? Well, I know the first black nurse on TV was Julia. Diane Carroll played Julia. I know that much. Yes, and I remember Miss Julia, baby.
Yeah, shout out to all the wonderful nurses out there, man. And thank y'all so much for joining us, man. And y'all give it up for C.C. Walker and Will Thomas. It's Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, man, I'm so excited this morning. Always excited, man, to have my good friend, Roland Martin. So filling in for Jeff today with 3 things you need to know. The one and only, you know him and you love him, Roland Martin. What up, Roland?
What's going on?
Happy to have you this morning, man. I know you got a lot.
Well, yes, sir. I was in Detroit with Vice President Kamala Harris for the second stop for Economic Empowerment Tour. And there were 3 things in the speech. We covered it on the Black Star Network. A lot of people may not have realized. The first thing is she said in the speech, we really need help getting this out. You talk about student loan debt relief. In her speech, she said that even if you did not graduate from college, you can apply for student loan debt relief. And she said a lot of people, of course, could not finish college because they didn't have the funds. And so if you go to consumerfinance.gov, you can access all the information regarding the student loan debt relief programs. So for a lot of our people who did not finish, they can actually qualify for student loan debt relief. Also, she announced that their goal is to provide $25,000 if you were the first in your family to buy a home, and they specifically are trying to target African Americans. Their plan is to provide $25,000 toward a down payment and to give families up to $400 a month to help with a home mortgage. You can go to HUD.gov to access more information on that as well. And also, we talk about racism and home appraisal. So what that means is, let's say you own a home and someone comes in and they appraise the home and you believe the home appraisal is $400,000. That's the value of the home. Well, a lot of these white appraisals will come in and they will actually value the home, let's say, at $200,000, which means that you are really losing $100,000 if you sell. Well, they've determined the amount of racism that we see in the appraisals, and so all the home appraisals will have to have racial bias training. And in addition to that, they make it easier for homeowners to appeal the home appraisals. Now, the Brookings Institution, Ricky, did an analysis and said that in the top 113 cities, African Americans are losing $162 billion in money because of discrimination in home appraisals.
What, Roland?
And so the Brookings Institution analyzed this whole deal. And you can go to brookings.edu. And they broke it all down, and they said racism and discrimination in home appraisals accounts for almost 23% reduction in black homeowners having their homes appraised. So it's not even just the racism when it comes to you when they're hard trying to get you a house. And so you've even had some black folks that have sued where what they did was they would come into the house, a white appraiser will look at the artwork, the pictures and everything, and would devalue the house. The black folks would then take all their pictures down, take all of their black
Absolutely,
down,
Roland. Roland, I was just about to tell you that, Roland. I had to put pictures of George W. Bush up all over one of my house that I own just to sell it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not lying about this, Roland.
Rickey is not joking. This is real. This happens all around the country, and so we're losing, according to the Brookings Institution, In those 113 cities, $162 billion. So the Biden-Harris administration has really been aggressively going after this. So the people who say, "Oh man, I'm not going to vote. I'm gonna stay on the couch," remember, Trump and his folks don't believe in systematic racism, and so they aren't fighting this stuff. And I debated this conservative podcast with Patrick Bet-David, who disagreed with me on this until I showed him the facts, and he still wouldn't accept it. And so that's one of the three things she talked about on Monday: the fight against discrimination in home appraisals. And so that's something we should also be paying attention to. And so for folks who say, "Hey, I don't see stuff being done," these are three good examples. $25,000 for first-time home buyers, fighting discrimination in home appraisals, but also if you did not finish college, you can also apply for student loan debt relief. Critically important information.
Hey, Special K.
Yeah.
My house, Roland, my house would not sell. But once I put that Confederate flag up and Donald Trump on a cross, that baby went for twice the value. Roland, let everybody.
You hung a MAGA hat out there on the clothesline behind next to the sheet.
Now, I ain't going that far. I ain't flying that.
Prior comments had nothing to do with Roland Martin. Let that be noted.
Roland, let everybody know how you.
Of course,
let everybody know how you can be reached for. I'm sorry.
Y'all can catch Roland Martin Unfiltered on my Black Star Network, on my YouTube channel, on my app every day, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the show, you can watch it later. Watch the other shows on the Black Star Network. Download the app. Watch our YouTube channel. Support us in every way with your resources as well, because we talk black news every single day, 7 days a week.
And I absolutely love it, and I watch it every single night before I go to bed. Hey, Roland, love you, man.
Appreciate it, my brother.
All right, man. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the top of the hour. Y'all know, man, each week we read a question from Rickey Smiley Morning Show's DMs. And this morning we got a message from a young lady in Orlando, Florida, who is concerned that someone she's dating is still living with his mama. Not his mama.
His mama?
Come on, Brad.
Well, her name is Tasha. She's 35 and just started dating the guy she met at a bar last month that's a little younger. He's 31. Now, she said they had good vibes, but she's concerned because he lives with his mom. She said, "I get it. The economy is rough right now," and he said he's helping her with her mortgage while he also saves. But at what age should you stand on your own? I can't come back to his house after a date, and I don't want him always coming back to my apartment. I mean, I would even feel better if he had a male roommate versus his mom. Am I wrong? I feel like this is something you do in your 20s.
Yeah, you can't be 35 still staying with your mama, man. Like,
it depends on what size bed you got.
And
right.
I mean,
you got the twin bed and bunk beds in there. That ain't
that's not gonna work.
The only exception is if your mom is ill, she's sick or whatever. That's different. You know what I'm saying?
And you're taking care of her.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think you should be gone by 17, honey. An old man like that in his 30s living at home with his mama, that's ridiculous. He ain't gonna be no good for nobody's daughter. So, honey, no.
So y'all do understand that rent is real high right now, and a lot of people are gonna have to save money just where they could put themselves in a position to pay a mortgage, because they just don't be having it like that when they in their 20s, and then we forcing them out of the house or whatever. Now I wish my son would come. I have asked him to come back home and live with me. I mean, he ain't struggling or nothing, but I just think he could save more money. I could have some little work for him to do or whatever, and he could come and live here. Now, they want to go, if they want, dating wise, whatever, certain night, just go get you a hotel room. Hell, pay $80 or $90 and get you a room, and you can still have you a nice night and have your hotel room for a night or whatever, because you can have company, but y'all ain't finna do all that up in my house if you're not married, because I'm just
Rick,
a little,
But what? Okay, but he lived with his mom. What if he say he get a hotel? What if she tell him he can't stay out all night?
No, she can't. Now that's too far. Parents can't tell no kid. I don't think a parent can tell a kid that's in their 20s, that's an adult that's living there helping you out, so you could save some money helping you pay the mortgage. You can't tell them where they can go and where they can't go now. You can't do that.
Well, you can't be dragging in my house all times of night.
coming back in the house all the time. And if you live with your mama, you have to be respectful. Or let's just say, hey, Mom, it's going to be about 4 o'clock when I get back. Is that okay? And if it's not okay, just go get a room. It's that simple. I had to live with my grandparents in my 20s, and I wasn't coming in 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. When I did, say, hey, all right, Grandmama, I'll see you tomorrow. And I came back tomorrow. Cause you got to know, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And communication.
My thing is too, Ricky. She said that they have good vibes. He's 31, and I guess we need more information about why he's staying with his mother. But my thing is, do you stay with the guy that lives with his mom that's 31 and you got good vibes with, or do you get with a bum who's going to mistreat you, who's 35 and has his own place? I mean, what are your priorities?
That's a real good point. But you can ask the question, say, okay, you living with your mom. Tell me what's up. How long do you plan to be here? What's the move? Are you saving money? What are you looking for in a relationship? Okay, are we working towards something? Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we working toward, okay, if you want to live with your mom and here's how much money you can save, are we going to be together because here's what I'm saving, and let's come up with a plan. Is there a plan in place? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question. But my thing is this, do you really save? Do you really save? You ain't saving. You're not going to save. And then my thing is this, too. Not only are you not going to save, though, but do you contribute to the house?
How do you know they're not saving, though, Gary? If he's working and he's saving a couple $1,000s a month in a savings account so that he can buy a condo or whatever at the end of whatever period of time,
he don't have to buy a condo. He could at least rent his own condo.
How you know he's not saving?
What?
How you know he's not saving up for that?
Yeah, because he ain't. Because they just don't save. People don't
I
save.
want to know what y'all think. Y'all get at me. 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Call me now, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, we got a good little topic today. A woman started dating a man in his 30s who still live with his mom. And is that a deal breaker? So let's go to the phones. Good morning.
What's going on? I'm Q from Birmingham. I mean, as a man, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But eventually I would want, to at least try to help her get her own stability, because I can't, be trying to sneak into a woman's house so we can be intimate.
After being with someone for a month, that's kind of early to decide whether or not I should be staying with my mom or not. I go out and get a place after a month or two being with you, and then 6 months later you're saying you don't want a relationship no more. That's not fair to the gentleman.
Yes, I think it just depends on the circumstances. As long as, like they say, if they working towards something. And sometimes you don't know the circumstances, because I've dealt with people in many circumstances, helping out their mom helping them out, the people saving money, and it just depends on the situation.
Yeah, and if you're going to hit, she got to be watching Judge Judy, because she ain't moving. Special K.
Yes, sir.
What's some of the TV shows, if you live with your mama, what's some of the TV shows that have to be on in order for you to sneak a girl in there?
Bonanza, Golden Girls, Big Valley, Heat of the Night, especially Heat of the Night. If the Heat of the Night on, you can probably go for round 2, because they're gonna watch. She gonna watch probably 6 episodes. Matlock, Heart to Heart, on that. What's that?
What stories?
They run all them shows on the old.
What stories that even if they're not on anymore, but what have to be? What soap operas? Your mama?
Oh, she's gonna be watching Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, One Life to Live, some other ones, General Hospital. Because they be watching them old episodes all over again.
Yeah, Luke and Laura.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, can get to it while that TV on. You go down there and turn it up real loud.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
27 minutes after the hour, got front page right here. What up, Maria?
What up, Ricky? The front page is brought to you by the Urban One Podcast Network. Listen to the Funhouse with Kid and Play featuring Tretch. To listen, go to urbanonepodcast.com or wherever you get podcasts. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. The skies are kind of gloomy. At least 13 tornadoes were reported across Kansas, Tennessee, Illinois, Kentucky, South Dakota, and Mississippi in the last 24 hours. Severe weather is forecast for Thursday afternoon across the entire South, so check your local news. In other news, TikTok announced that beginning immediately, it will automatically label artificial intelligence-generated content uploaded to the platform. The news was revealed on Good Morning America, where the company's head of operations, trust, and safety said, "We want to make sure that people have the ability to understand what is fact and what is fiction." Lastly, a Tennessee woman went all out for her Costco-loving husband's birthday. Emma Blevins staged run-ins with her husband's family as they shopped throughout the store, and then everyone came together in the store's food court, where her husband was met with a cake and cheers. So very interesting way to celebrate your birthday, in Costco. I'm Maria Moore, and those are a few of the stories we're following this morning. For more news and updates, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports?
What up, mine? Hey, how about them New York Knicks battling through injuries and all? They beat the Indiana Pacers and take a 2-0 series lead, man.
Right, that little dude that came from the Mavs balled all the way out. I ain't seen nothing like that in a minute.
Brunson, the truth, dog. He the truth, man. He the real deal.
I can't wait to see what Stephen A. Smith going to say today on First Take.
You already know he's going to say something. You already know. Denver Nuggets Nikola Jokic, he wins the NBA MVP, third time in 4 seasons. The first center to do this since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Milwaukee Bucks Patrick Beverley is under police investigation for throwing a basketball at an Indiana Pacer fan, not once, but twice. This happened back on May the 2nd in the playoff series with the Pacers. Patrick did come out and apologize.
Unfortunate situation. That should have never happened. What I did was bad, and that should have never happened. I have to be better, and I will be better. That should have never happened. Regardless of what was said, that should have never happened.
Man, that was foolish, man. The NBA still has not announced the punishment, but he expect a fine and a suspension coming next year.
Okay, when they gonna start punishing people or doing something or get more for calling them racial slurs from the sideline when white people sit out there yelling out jealous and envious of black ball players and yelling out all kind of racist hate. Rock, we done been to the Mavs game. We go to the Mavs game. We done seen it ourselves.
All of it. Yes, they say some pretty. It's nothing wrong with trash talking and heckling, but sometimes you can go a little bit too far with it. And for him to throw the basketball like that
they
twice.
Need to put them damn things up like they do at the hockey games. That's what they need and sound and make it soundproof or something. Because it ain't right, man.
Nah, man.
It ain't right, man.
I'm going to tell you what else ain't right real fast, though, man. Let me know what you think about this. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas calls out Minnesota Timberwolves Rudy Gobert for missing a playoff game to be there for the birth of his child.
I mean, missing this game for that baby. I see you.
It's the baby, bro. It's gonna be there when you get back. We hope.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. The baby gonna be trust me.
Unnecessary.
The baby gonna. It don't know. Whatever you about to think you about to do with the baby, he gonna be asleep.
Only thing I have to say about that is, imagine you missing you miss the playoff game and missing the chance to win the NBA championship, to go home and be with your baby being born, and your baby grow up to do the tea on the morning show.
That baby gonna be asleep. He don't even know you there, Gary. You can play that basketball game. We got a championship to win.
Your baby at Lenox Mall shopping with a purse, walking around there switching with some booty shorts on and a sundress. And you miss a hole.
Drop it like it's should have been there.
Drop it like it's hard. So hot and
you can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Hey, Special K. K. You done missed the whole holding up the NBA World Championship trophy to go to be with your son being born. And your son end up with bad nerves walking through the mall with how do you feel about that, K?
Yeah, that's not good. You should have went to the game. I could have went to the damn game. Celebrating his high school graduation.
That baby don't know who you are yet.
You got a damn GED. Sacrificed 17 years. Oh, you got a damn GED.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Busted down boxes in back of Family Dollar.
Go ahead, Brett.
All that holler we did at your graduation for you to be busting boxes in back of Family Dollar. All that damn clapping and balloons and You ain't even working the register. You busting boxes down in the back of Family Dollar.
They got a good box cutter though.
You done gave us a chance to hold on the trophy on the NBA Finals.
Just to be there for your baby being born.
Hey, Kay. Oh man, you take your high school classmate to your son's high school football game, and you think it's football. He come out with a chili.
That's cute.
Good morning,
man.
Ricky.
Go
Good morning,
ahead.
everybody. I'm
Good
your
morning,
girl,
Brad.
Brad.
Yeah.
Good morning, Maria.
Yes, honey. Go ahead, Brad.
Ready? Okay.
And this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. The rap game has been pretty heated lately, and it hasn't stopped at the diss tracks. Now it seems that Gunna doesn't appear to have taken kindly to Future crashing his album release party. Future announced on Wednesday that he's dropping a new mixtape this Friday, and took a swipe at an unnamed rival in the process. He wrote on Twitter or X, "Forget your album. It ain't slapping like my
We
mixtape."
got spirit. Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about
you?
Oh, Brad, go ahead, try.
Yeah, we're listening.
It's
Hey,
okay,
Brad.
Gunna's. No, what?
Brad, and then when he get to doing that rock, he do a split. And you done miss the NBA. And you done miss the NBA.
All right, y'all, we gonna wrap up the hot spot on that though, cause
them damn hyenas over there, honey.
coming up next we got the praise mixed down with the White Stone. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.